Hello there, and get ready to do another Datetastic film. As you see, I've got a new light boob, so it's a little bit lighter than what normally. So no, you're not seeing a fucking ghost. It's a new light boob, easy one. Good footage, and it definitely looks pretty good for me, even though I look like the dose of Christmas left to come. But anyway, enough of that. As you know, I like John Carpenter. I liked him in Halloween. I like Halloween 3. I remember doing Starman and a lot of John Carpenter's. So why not this one? Why not this one? That being, if you can remember the fucking movie, that's it. The Prince of Darkness. That's right. They're not dark today, it's like fucking bright. Prince of fucking Darkness. I love it. Because again, it's got my friend John Pessant, which funny enough when you think about it, was in a lot of John Carpenter's films, not just Halloween, but he was in a lot of other ones. You know, he was in Escape from New York, and he's in this Prince of Darkness. Where can I go from it? You got these researchers who are researching this evil spirit which is supposed to come from hell. Again, like most of John Carpenter's films, it's a slow burn. But it's a slow burn like most John Carpenter's films, what pay off. Hollywood, when you make a slow and boring movie, this is something you need to watch. This is something you need to fucking learn. Because John Carpenter was good for doing them type of films. The ones with a slow burn. You may remember the Chinese guy. He was the same guy who was in Big Trouble in Little China. Again, another John Carpenter's film. So it's kind of like a family reunion. You do have one dude, like Twitter, and I remember talking before about the movie Cut and Run. Same actors. He's in this. It's not a bad one, and you do have Alec Cooper. If people know who the fuck is Alec Cooper, think of Poison Ivy. Stu's out for summer. Yeah, Poison Ivy. That's Alec Cooper. Makes a test appearance in this Prince of Darkness, and he plays a fucking bum. I'm not being rude, that's what he does. He plays a fucking bum. It's the death of a priest, and he has a key to this evil thing between Litwood, and it's to do with spirits and religion, good versus evil. But happy to say it's not all bashing the fucking Bible and throwing the fucking Ten Commandments at you like most fucking movies. It ain't, and for that I dilute it. I fucking dilute it because I like Prince of Darkness. It's tolerable. It's not too much of the Bible, and funny enough, some of this, and I do have heard rumours that John Carpenter made random shit when they looked at typing on a computer, had all these words and religious words and blabble. It was improvised. It was fucking improvised on the spot. When he made this film, I'm not making it up, he improvised it, which in my eyes is pretty clever. It is pretty fucking unique. Big word for me. But yeah, you get a girl, you know, Tassie's on, trying to nerd her, and she walks next to the Litwood and it splashes her in the face and she's possessed and it becomes an epidemic. She walks up to another woman, no, nothing lesbian, and she vomits down a dossier. And she gets possessed, and basically that's what they do, they possess people with these evil spirits, which definitely sums up the name, Prince of Darkness. It's a damn good film, Prince of Darkness. It's funny because you do get one guy in it, and you might remember him in, when I mentioned House 3, the horror show, where I think he was an actor that played a scientist who was researching the dead coming back to life and all that, and you could say he was the same character and he wouldn't get killed in this because he basically the same fucking character, and he gets killed by Alex Cooper. Funny death. He gets killed by a bicycle scooter, you know, the bicycle seat of a scooter. But yeah, Alex Cooper's in it. Not a bad one. You do get one woman who gets possessed by an evil fucking demon, you know, an evil demon, and she just looks horrible. The sting comes off her and it peels off her. Reminds me a bit of in Hellraiser, which funny enough come out the same there. But yeah, Prince of Darkness, 1987. It's a good one. There's a lot of good gruesome deaths in it. One guy gets eaten up by bugs, you know, but that makes it sound more bloody than what it is. But it's not really that thing, even though it is a bloody film. A bloody dud film. Again, But I knocking something off. John Carpenter did a dud un, and I salute John Carpenter. He was very good at making suspenseful horror films, and that's what this is. It's a suspenseful horror film. Again, you got Tom Pesance as a priest, and he gets trapped by a cupboard, and all shit's going loose. People are getting possessed, they're attacking people, you name it, they fucking do it. The dude dies, not the one who's possessed. I love the scene. There's a scene where, I'm going ahead of myself here. There's a scene where she gets her fucking head cut off, not making the shit up. She gets beheaded, she gets the head, picks it up, sticks it back on, and smiles, and it's like, fucking hell, this is cheap as shit. But I love the scene because she jumps and self-sacrifices herself and gets trapped in the mirror. You do get an hand that comes out, and it kind of reminds me a bit of the demon hand. You remember the film Legend? Looks like a fucking thing out of Legend. I'm expecting Tom Cruise to come out. But I do love the scene where, as I say, my fucking friend, you know, Dr. Humus himself, he folds the fucking axe, smashes the fucking mirror, but the thing is, the door is tapped on the other side. Little bits here and there, it flashes here and there, and the guy has a nightmare, and it's one of them typical twist point endings. Is it going to all happen again? Is she alive? Is she dead? Is she going to come out? But that's what I mean, John Carpenter, he was dud. He was dud for doing them type of fucking films. You know what I mean? He was dud for doing them type of psychological, suspenseful type of horror films, and no, I salute John Carpenter for that. I salute him. I do remember the iconic poster at the time where you got bugs on Di's face, and it's like that, and you got the green liquid. You know what I mean? But it's not too religious. It's not too in your face. It's just a straightforward horror film. You know, your typical old school horror film. It's, in my eyes, John Carpenter had a knack. He had a talent for doing them type of films. I'll say it again. He had a talent for doing them type of horror films, and you can't take that away from the man. So yeah, 1987, Prince of Darkness. It's a good one. Check it out. You know what I mean? What I was going to say about it, it's suspenseful, it's psychological, it's got thrills, it's got fights, and again, I almost forgotten, there's another Chinese guy in it, old guy, plus that a bit, has a funny eye. He was also in Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, I forgot to fucking say that, I'm going to forget to say that. He plays a professor, right? And he was also in Big Trouble in Little China, who helps Tom Pesance out. Yep, Tom Pesance, Dr. Humus, and he helps him out. Again, they come up with all this religious blabble that's improvised and made up on the spot. But again, check it out. Prince of Darkness, 1987, damn good old school type of horror film. It's suspenseful, it's frightening, it's scary, it's a dudder. Into then, I'll see you later.